Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Sunday Shenanigans with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308, and we are here with the ASOC Prod Cat and the Peanut Gallery. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are y'all
Greetings.
doing this morning?
Yeah, we're here.
I survive.
I'm in about the same. I'm in about the same condition as y'all. I'm here. I'm surviving. Hello, Lockpick. Hello, Just Me Crystal. Hello, Master Roster 420. Thank you guys for being here. Also, hi, all you lurkers. Much love to the lurkers. Today's pre-rolls brought to you in association with The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, 105 West Main Street, on the bricks. Great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds. A bud, and the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Also, they have the lowest prices in town, and the... Let me try that again. They have the lowest prices in town, according to my own personally highly biased research, by which I mean my research was incredibly biased. Cleaning and rebuilding the streaming room. Right on, Chris. What happened to the streaming room? Or did you just changing it up some? I hope
Getting water damage from all the streaming.
I was gonna say I hope the stream didn't get backed up and you got a flood. But you know, that's just changing it around. I get that. I've got to do that soon here. This studio setup is gonna have to change at some point. So yeah, on a personal note, I'm still suffering from the stomach bug that had me earlier this week. I thought I was a lot better yesterday, but as we got done with the show, my stomach said, "No, you're not. No, you're not." So I spent the second half of yesterday just sort of like trying to keep my stomach from being too angry at me. But we made it back for the show today, and hopefully there will be a DJ set tonight. Hopefully. Oh, you're doing it to get a deep clean. That's good. That's always important. You know, that's a large part of why I need to redo my whole setup. And probably part of why I'm not recovering as fast as I'd like to is because my surroundings are not as clean as I'd like them to be. So, you know, a nice clean surroundings will help the body feel better. Good for the heart, good for the soul, good for the body. To take a drastic turn... Oh, let me finish the ad read real quick. 4 cats, a dog, 2 fish tanks, a lot of hair and dust in here. Yeah, I bet.
Damn, those
I'm
fish
3
put out a
cats
lot
and
of
a
hair.
dog and
And dust.
me, and that's a lot of hair. And of course, all of the smoking that I do, that creates a lot of ash dust, which is not at all good for any electronics. Oh, not good at all. And I really need to go in and clean out all of my electronics.
Are you saying you need to tone down the mascara so it can stop being so smoky?
It's more eyeshadow that does the smoky eye, but that
Yeah,
you're on the right track here.
You're close. If you knew makeup, if makeup was something you did regularly, you'd be there.
Oh, I make plenty of things up, but that's beside the point.
It's true.
To get the smoky eye, for me, it's actually eyeliner and several hours. I put the eyeliner on, then I give it several hours to spread out. And it becomes a smoky eye. Most other people do it with eyeliner and eyeshadow. Our other sponsors are our Kush Gag Sacks, purveyors of fine edibles and drinkables, findable at KGSnacks434 on Instagram. And Firehouse Organics, spelled with a Z, findable at Firehouse Organics, spelled with Z, on Instagram. We will probably be expressing opinions throughout the show. These opinions belong to the expresser of the opinion and or the rest of us and or the parent company and or channel, but not necessarily any of our advertisers, including the Hidden Leaf, Sky Mall, Kush Gang, and Firehouse Organics, spelled with a Z. You could just always try coal dust in a fan. I could, but I'm not gonna do blackface. And that's what that would end up looking like. It would end up looking like I tried to do really bad blackface. And I'm just not gonna do that. It's bad enough that I do a straight face. Is that cultural appropriation?
Who?
When I put on a straight face, is that cultural appropriation?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I'm not straight, so every time I'm putting on a straight face, I feel like I'm trying to be part of culture. I'm not.
There's a difference, though, because it's not appropriation when the rest of the world is trying to tell you to do it in the first place.
That's true. That's true.
No, it's still appropriation.
The straight face isn't very convincing. Thank you, Lockpick. Nobody believes it.
That too.
At worst, it's probably culturally insensitive. If you could pull it off without winking at me constantly, it might be a little more believable. Hold on, let me try. Nope, I can't do it without winking at Lockpick.
Nobody here to talk to.
What?
I said that didn't even work back when we were just doing the video with no one here to talk to.
Oh, God, yeah.
Nice one, Lockpick.
I know it's more fun to wink at me while pulling it up. Mm-hmm. It is. Makes the whole thing. It's how I get to the end.
Yeah, sounds like it might be a little messy in the end.
Just a little. I wipe up afterwards, though. It's okay. So, before we hop into the show, which we're here to play along with NPR's Wait, Don't Tell Me, this time with special guest, Father James, somebody, what was it? James Martin, Father James Martin. No idea who that is. But before we hop into that, I want to talk about what happened last night. Last night was the Correspondence Dinner, the National Correspondence Dinner. And it was the first time President Trump was supposed to be attended.
Mm-hmm.
And his communications person, what's her name? What's her title?
Levitt?
Yeah, Caroline Levitt, I think it was. she came out and said, pay attention to his speech. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really, amusing and interesting and good and big and beautiful and the best ever, blah, 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 blah. And I was wondering, like, really, what kind of speech what is he planning? What is he going to do? And so my first thought when I heard that there was a shooting attempt, we'll call it a shooting. Yes, exactly. Pay attention to the planned false flag.
Yeah.
My first thought is, oh, dude, they hired this guy to come in and do this so that it would look like another attempt on the president's life, so that we would all, rally behind him because it worked last time. There's no way that dude.
I will gladly rally
shot
behind him like the Senate rallied behind Caesar.
Right. Et tu, Brute? No, I did not see how he was running. I did not. I have not seen any real footage of it. I went to bed early last night because I was feeling punky again. And I had turned NPR up so that I wouldn't miss the news again. And as I was falling asleep, I heard it and I was like, oh, son of a biscuit. So I, woke up with this on my mind. But I did not have a chance to see any of the footage. However, it really does. Because of he was head down in full sprint and crouched up trying to thread the needle through the people standing there. 2 seconds later, everybody in the room was shooting in his direction. Huh. Yeah, nah. Also, he had a handgun, a shotgun, and a bunch of knives?
Yeah.
It also feels like somebody went, hey, what would we stick on this NPC to make them look dangerous?
Very much so.
5 shots fired. Apparently, you can see all 5 from the guns of security. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And one of the security guards got hit in the jacket. Got hit in the bulletproof vest. No one was seriously hurt. Now the other thing, I caught an interview. I this morning I was scrolling YouTube, and somebody, one of an ABC News affiliate had, that means the officer who got shot was probably shot by friendly fire. I'm going with that too. So they were talking about who this guy is. And apparently he is a high school teacher. They were interviewing one of his students. The kid said, oh, the guy is, he seemed like a nice guy, not real, really okay, not a thing. So this whole thing of what could we put on this NPC to make him look dangerous? A mega cap. Apparently he's released a game on stream, and the comments are pretty hilarious. Oh, this is... In any case, this whole thing to me felt very... put up. It felt like a put up job. It does not feel like this guy was trying to go for the president. And I bet what we're going to find is that this guy had some financial issues in his background, and all of a sudden some of those financial issues are magically taken care of.
He's a teacher with a degree from a fairly decent university, so I can imagine what those financial difficulties would be.
Right? Lockpick says 15 minutes later they let everyone continue their dinner. What the F? And like, yeah. Yeah. If this had been a real attempt, they would not have. Even though it was only one person, if it was a real attempt, they could not have known that. They would have had to shut it down and look everywhere, search everyone to make sure that no one else was part of this. Like, it's not you don't just go, oh, we got the guy, let's keep partying. Nah.
No. Well, I mean, it's like with the press conference where they had their person and they kept going.
Right. They knew it was one person. They knew it was the one guy because they hired him.
I will also note that the reports say that the guy is from California.
Yep.
I have relatives there. I have a relatively, if not deep understanding, at least a decent understanding of what it takes to move something like a firearm into and out of that state.
Lockpick makes a very good point. Allegedly. We are alleging all of these things.
Yes.
And yes, it is not easy to move firearms across state lines. I'm guessing even harder to get them out of California.
Specifically, California is a lot harder. Yep. Like, all right, that here tracks. In Virginia, if you've got a concealed carry permit, you've got a reciprocal permit with pretty much every state that touches ours, and then some. So you can cross the border as long as you've got your permit on you, and go to West Virginia, go to Kentucky, go to Tennessee, go down in the Carolinas, and they're not going to look at you and do anything. California is not nearly so forgiving.
Right. We don't really have checkpoints between states. We have state troopers who pull over people with out-of-state plates to check to see if they're bringing contraband. Especially, just like, they did it with guns for a long time. Now that weed is legal in some states and not in others, they're doing it for weed. Like, next time I gotta go back up to I-Town, back up to Ithaca, I'm considering taking a route around Pennsylvania, just because Pennsylvania is a none, ever, no, not even a little, go straight to jail, do not collect $200, no, we will not forgive you for... We will check your blood, and if you have it in your bloodstream, you are arrested for possession. Like, if you have the metabolites in your bloodstream, you're screwed. So I've started thinking about going around. Yeah, come to Florida. We sell guns at a gas station. Yeah, you do.
Florida, you sell the guns in the gas station. West Virginia, you can buy actual hard liquor in the gas station, which you can't do here.
Kentucky has drive-through liquor stores. You can drive through and buy your liquor. That was one of the things about Kentucky that just amazed me. I've traveled all over Canada and never been stopped for anything. I have literally been stopped in other states for just for being from Virginia, for having out of state
Yep.
plates. I've been stopped in parts of Virginia for having an out of town registration.
You got the wrong county sticker. What are you doing here?
Yeah, y'all ain't from around here, are ya? Nah, sir, I'm from up the road a ways. Oh, that's too
Yep.
far. What you doing around here, boy? Y'all don't belong here. And with that long
Yep.
hair, and you're driving one of them funny Volvos. Why are you driving a Volvo? Why ain't you driving a Chevy, boy? Or a Dodge? I
If
thought
they're
about
good enough to
driving a
make my
Ford.
construction
Oh,
equipment,
say
they're good
Ford
enough to
again.
drive.
Watch, you gonna end up in jail, boy. Say Ford one more time.
And it's on the one hand, that should be an exaggerated stereotype. The problem is, it isn't. That is the real problem.
Darth Dragonis, I really joined at the weirdest time. Yup.
Yes,
we're
you
talking
do.
about we're talking about interstate driving and how you can be other states. Other states will pull you over for just being out of state. Some places in Virginia will pull you over for being just from out of the area, from a different county. Hence why I will not live there. There's never a non-weirdest time. Yeah, it's funky in the States, man. It is there is not nearly the freedom of movement that one is promised. Glad
No,
that's never
no,
happened to
and
me.
on the same vein of cops pulling you over for the stupidest things, there is a court case that most of the internet is waiting with bated breath to see what happens. Because
Oh, that's a good point.
dumbass state trooper pulled over a woman and wrote her a ticket for talking on the cell phone while holding it specifically in her right hand,
Driving and having her phone in the right hand.
which she was born without.
But if she doesn't have her right hand, then how can you prove she didn't have a phone in her right hand? Because she's not in possession of it.
Right? So yeah. But back to where we were going, which is how hard it is to get a gun from California to DC. Now, granted,
It
he
can be done,
possibly
it's just-
could have stopped and bought a gun along the way.
Except for they're
But-
saying that one of them was registered to him that he had owned previously. So,
Okay, yeah, see.
and he supposedly got on the train in California
Oh, got on a
and rode the
train.
train out. Yeah, that's the other
Oh,
thing.
heck no. Well, I mean, I guess they don't check you on trains very hard these days.
They don't.
See, saying that he rode the train just proved that they're trying to railroad this down our throats.
This is true.
Very well played. Very well played.
As train transportation across the United States?
Like, who is gonna do that? Well, okay. It's easier to transport a gun on a train than a plane.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
But if you really want to get away with it, you take the Greyhound. They ain't checking for crap on the Greyhound. I was riding a Greyhound once. God, I think it was back from Texas. And I had at some point been fighting off a headache. So I picked up BC powder. If y'all don't know, it's a mild analgesic. It's like Tylenol, except for it's crushed up in a little powder. And
It's
when you buy
aspirin and
it,
caffeine together.
yeah, and when you buy it, it comes in these little paper, folded up paper envelope like things. He had so many guns he needed a freight car. I know that when I need to transport half my gun rack and a knife collection, it's easiest stuff at all on the seat of the train. Yeah, exactly. They have dogs and stuff. They do.
My
BC
biggest
powder
question
comes in these little paper envelopes. So I'm riding the Greyhound back with my headache. And I'm like, I gotta do something about this. I take out a BC powder and I empty it into my mouth and I drink my soda. And one of the guys next to me goes, "Oh, you got some powder, huh?" And the word just sort of rumbles up through the bus that I've got powder. And I hear the bus driver go, "Oh, hey, I could use some. I'm running low on coffee." I'm like, oh no. No. We did not just admit to an entire bus full of people that we do yayo while driving a Greyhound. It's like, oh, that makes so much sense, though. So yeah, you wanna transport something across country on public transportation? Take a Greyhound. They do not give up. They don't give a crap.
Nope.
They don't care. Long as you're not threatening anybody on the bus, they don't care.
There's a reason why the buses still run.
Yeah, exactly. So all of this sort of stacking up makes this assassination attempt, heavy in air quotes there, seem very put on. It just doesn't seem real to me. I don't buy it. I just don't buy it.
My one big question is, this happened at a hotel. Supposedly he was intercepted at the doors before getting into the lobby of the hotel, or maybe just after crossing into the lobby of the hotel.
Right.
So why does the news footage make it look like the guy is laying there on the hotel lobby floor naked?
Right. That was
if
the
he's
other
smuggling
thing.
in firearms and knives, you need pockets for that.
Well,
You need places to hang stuff like that.
Okay, that part I can
Where
explain.
did his shirt go?
They took it off of him. Once they got him, they stripped him. They strip searched him. That's my guess.
Yeah, but in the middle of the hotel lobby, isn't something like that illegal?
I'm sorry, what? Illegal? Psh, you think the Secret Service gives a flip?
Used to.
They used to. That's the problem.
You think they do now? Nah.
Oh, no.
What?
Lockpick says his anus is huge. That's all I'm saying.
No. Just terrible.
Yep.
Yes.
No,
I'm surprised they didn't just immigration customs enforcement him.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which they would have if he was real. Which would be the other argument for this alleged attack.
If he'd have fired off a shot and hit one of them, they would have filled him so full of lead he could have used his penis as a pencil.
If they hadn't shot it off.
Right. Non-terrible. That's why it works for large items.
I think you need to hit play on the show. We've carried this as far as it's going.
I think so. I want to make sure that we get it out there that none of us feel like this was real. Like, none of us are buying into the story they're telling us.
There is an ever so slim chance, but with the sheer amount of disinformation that this administration has been caught red-handed distributing to the public, it is hard to take them at their word for even the slightest thing, especially on something that seems a little flimsy, giving them some credit, a little flimsy, without any additional modification. It's hard to take them at face value.
Exactly.
Especially right after their DoorDash stunt of a week ago.
DoorDash stunt?
Yeah, he DoorDashed. All right, this is so stupid. He DoorDashed supposedly McDonald's during a quote unquote impromptu press conference, and took the opportunity while he had this woman wearing a DoorDash grandma t-shirt to sit there and ask her questions about the nation on camera.
And it turns out that she has showed up in a bunch of his other
propaganda, yes.
Propaganda stunt videos.
Yep. And then they got chewed on for that something fierce. And then later on he's talking about what a despicable cheap shot it was for DoorDash to do such a fake stunt to him.
That's my favorite response. My favorite response to that was a picture of the quote-unquote DoorDash grandma in a flight suit and saying, "Here's Trump interviewing the the downed pilot."
Yeah, yeah. That is literally how frequently she's shown up. You've got her, and then you've got this one guy that shows up all the time as various anonymous law enforcement officers that are getting interviewed for Fox News, is it?
Yeah, and it's really just the interviewer wearing a balaclava.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's beautiful.
When he takes off the sunglasses, you can tell.
Yeah.
We are not getting into a discussion about the difference between baklava, balaclava, and what was the other one?
Doesn't matter, we're not discussing it. You're hitting play.
Right. So, what I'm saying, though, what we're saying here is, I'm just not buying it. This is another attempt to drum up more support before the midterms so that he can, because it worked when he got shot. Again, now, I haven't looked closely at pictures of his ear before and after the winger.
Yeah.
The shot that winged him.
Mm-hmm.
But I am aware that, like, cartilage doesn't really grow back. It's not like skin like that. Right? Any of my pierced up friends know? Like, if you pierce through cartilage, that hole in the cartilage is always going to be there, right?
I mean, I have seen some cartilage piercings close up, but they were also small.
And was it the cartilage or was it the skin?
I mean, unless you're poking at it, if the skin closes back over, it's kind of hard to tell if there's a hole there. with a tiny
says,
pinhole.
okay. Lockpick says ears take forever to heal, and you are correct, the cartilage does not grow back. Okay. You can fix it with cosmetic surgery. He might have had that.
My biggest thing is,
But why would we be trusting Canadian with their free healthcare and all?
no, not that. That's not what I was going to say.
It's different. This wasn't a hole. This was a notch taken out of the edge of the ear. A hole can skin over, but the hole remains in the cartilage. The notch is always going to remain as a notch, right?
Unless someone takes surgical means to fix it. And either it didn't happen, or he had a top-notch cosmetic surgeon waiting for him at his hotel when he got back to fix it, because darn if that ear didn't look pretty well healed over the next 2 days.
Yeah.
I mean, he went
The
from wearing...
surgery would take forever to heal, too.
Yeah. And
So...
He wore his bandage for what? The next day, and then the day after he was appearing without it?
Was it really that quick?
It felt like it.
There are... I'm not trying to be conspiracy-minded here, he says, as he's being conspiracy-minded here.
But again, going back to the disinformation that we have been drowning in since...
Alternative facts.
Fall of 2024?
2016.
2016, yes, but specifically for this go-round 2024.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, but like...
It has ramped up to a much higher level since...
It's ramping up to...
This is why we were missing you last
villain
time.
level. Nearing 50 minutes and the show is not started. Well, yes, but I knew we were going to be late getting the show started today because I knew we were going to be talking about this thing.
Fair.
Yeah. For once, it wasn't my fault. No, it was not your fault. This was all me. Just because I want to say, I don't believe it. All right. We will go ahead and get moving on the show. This will not be on the quiz this week because it happened way too late. Who is Father James Martin? He looks like a normal guy in a dog collar.
You know, considering the vow of celibacy the Catholic priests take, calling them father just makes them a faux pas.
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna be working on that one for a few minutes, but I like that. That was good.
It's why I always say that I have plenty of bad jokes, not dad jokes, because I am not a father. I don't want to commit that faux
No, but
pas.
the way you tell those jokes makes you a faux pas. When will the show actually end this time? Hold on, let me put in a vote. I'm voting for Nickelmas Tuesday. just because I now like the idea of this new holiday, Nickelmas Tuesday.
If you go to the top of the chat, you'll see the poll. No, you just move your mouse to the top of the screen.
All right. Everybody clicked on the screen.
Was taped in front of an audience of real live people.
Can we
From
hear it?
NPR and WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Don't Tell Me. And
Can you all hear?
Well, we could until you stop playing.
screw you, seasonal allergies. I'm the voice so fine, even my sneezes sound like music. I'm Bill
become
Curtis,
more
and
like
here is
mucus.
your host.
What was that?
He said sneezes sound like music. I said I thought they sound more like mucus.
What do you call the sound, or what do you call 7 cats with colds on a fence?
What?
The sound of mucus.
Thank you.
At the Studebaker Theater at the Fine Arts Building in Chicago.
All right, that joke is an interstitial joke. See, here's the thing. It's supposed to come between these two jokes. One of them is a joke about a guy who gets hired. Someone hit this man with a spray bottle. First joke is a guy gets hired to build a house. He's given a very specific amount of materials. He gets, he builds the entire house, gets down to the end, and he's got this one brick left. So he, as the owner shows up, he throws it up in the air. And then what's the sound of 7 cats with colds? Sound of mucus. And then the second joke is 2 people get on an airplane back when smoking was allowed on airplanes. Dude smoking this nasty cigar. Lady has this tiny little yappy dog. They hate each other. They hate each other's stuff. But eventually they both agree to put the dog and the cigar out on the wing of the plane. Plane lands. They go to get their dog and their cigar. What does the dog have in its mouth? A brick.
A brick.
Yep. It's an old
You were waiting
joke.
with that one.
It is an old joke. It is so old it's an antique, and I should really be more delicate with it than that.
Nah.
But I also didn't want to do the full 45-minute version.
Illinois, Tom Papa.
Thank you, Bill. And thanks, everybody. I'm Papa, filling in for Peter Sagal, who tricked me into
Hey,
a
Tom.
house swap. My house for his dirty office. We have a great show for you today. We'll be talking to New York Times best-selling author Father James Martin. But first, this week we celebrate the 10th anniversary of the time an NPR employee brought their kid for Bring Your Child to
Oh,
Work Day.
yeah.
And this is
And they
true.
turned
That
off
child
the
hit a
whole thing.
button and caused a full minute of dead air during Morning Edition. Each year, we honor the day by giving you an hour of radio you wish was
Yes.
dead air. So give us a call to play our games. The number is 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. It's time to welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Blanca, and my son Mateo is next to me. Hi. And we're calling from St. Paul, Minnesota.
St. Paul, Minnesota. Love St. Paul. What do you do for fun in St. Paul?
I just sit around in the basement and play video games. Mostly.
Living the dream, kid. Living the dream. Now, Blanca, let us introduce you to our panel. First up, she's a writer and a comedian who most recently wrote for Clean Slate, available now on Prime. It's Shantira Jackson.
Hello,
Hi,
Blanca.
Shantira.
Hi.
Next, the comedian who will be performing at the Blue Ridge Comedy Club in Bristol, Tennessee, May 29th and 30th. It's Josh Gondelman.
Hey, Josh.
Hello.
And making her debut on our panel, she's a Celebrity Jeopardy finalist and the Emmy Award-winning host of the podcast Casuals. It's Katie Nolan.
Hi, Katie. I did not know she was a Celebrity Jeopardy finalist. That's
Welcome
pretty
to the
cool.
show, Blanca. You're going to play Who's Bill this time. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 quotes from this week's news. If you can correctly identify or explain 2 of them, you'll win our prize. Any voice from our show you choose on your voicemail. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Good luck. Here's your first quote.
He's known to drink to excess at Ned's in D.C. and at the Poodle Room in Las Vegas.
That's from a
Patel.
report in The Atlantic
Patel, yeah.
alleging that the nation's top law enforcement officers' drinking compromised several high-stakes investigations. Who is it?
So, do you guys know what the Poodle Room is?
If I am not entirely mistaken, it is a quote-unquote club room.
Yeah.
Or a club. Private club.
Yes. What kind of private club do you think it is?
A place where you can drink things and see things and experience things that public bars would find
hold on.
illegal and get shut down for.
Be less vague. What kind of club?
Brothel.
That's what I thought too. Strip club, brothel. Yeah, no. Coke
I
den.
thought it was a place that had a lot of bass in their music, all the woofers.
I love you. I love you. No, it's a Coke den. It's a 1980s Coke den.
Okay.
It is just a Coke den. It's not a strip club. Probably you can pay for sex there, but like you also probably don't have to. You could probably just get sex there. That makes perfect sense when you think about Kash Patel, a man who has resting tweaker face. Hold on, let me see if I can do the eye thing right. I mean, it is... Which just goes to speak to how uncool this guy is. Like, really, his biggest goal in life is Coke. And, I mean...
It's a good question.
What's the question?
In chat.
How many... Oh, that is a good question. But we won't know. It's been redacted.
Probably.
So, yeah, that's just...
Definitely
I'm just
redacted
saying.
since it's an actual business, not a person.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, it just feels like... It just feels so Kash Patel that he goes to a Coke den called the Poodle Room. And this is our FBI director. You know, there was a time when if the FBI showed up at a Coke den, crap was gonna hit the fan, people were getting arrested. Oh, Nicholas Tuesday won.
Limited operation hours too.
Huh? What was that?
Like it's got limited hours of operation.
Right.
Like, it's closed by 2 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, by midnight on Sunday, and by 1 the rest of on Wednesday and Thursday. They're not open on Mondays or Tuesdays.
Wow. So this is a place you go to get zooted early in the day. This is... Ooh, there's a whole bunch of gray hair that I wasn't expecting to come out of there. This is a place you go to do day coke.
Kind of.
This isn't the after party. This is the pre-party.
This is where you go after work, because they don't open until 5. So, you get off of work, you go there, you start your pre-gaming, and then you go elsewhere.
Deos? Deo, yeah. What do you call doing coke during the daytime? Deo! Deo!
Deo!
Come, Mr. Tallymon, tally me banana. Daylight come and me won't go home.
No.
I think I got that in the wrong order.
I think the proper way is daylight come and me want do coke.
All right. 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4.
Punch.
Oh gosh. Now we're gonna have to write a parody version of Deo, of Tallyman, about doing coke during the daytime. I'm just pressing play. We're gonna get too tied up in this.
Oh my God, I don't know. Can I have hint?
He likes to pay cash.
Cash account? FBI?
Yes. That's right. Kash Patel, the FBI director, is facing calls to resign after a report in The Atlantic found he was, quote, conspicuously inebriated and frequently missed work because of his drinking. The report was based on testimony from multiple FBI agents and on just watching Kash Patel do anything.
That does kind of explain why in every picture he looks surprised. His picture's taken like his parents just busted him sneaking in after curfew. Like, that's always his face.
Well, I feel like if I worked for this administration, I would need to drink as well.
You have to, exactly.
He doesn't want to remember anything.
The FBI at one point reportedly had to use breaching equipment to get into his apartment because they couldn't wake him up. Okay, look, I've been drunk before, but I've never been battering ram drunk.
Who wanted him awake?
Okay. I have been battering ram drunk, but not like you need breach equipment to get me up the next day kind of battering ram drunk. In my younger years, I have been drunk enough and hung out with enough punks that we have used each other as battering rams on various things. Just because we were drunk. So I'm definitely, I have been battering ram drunk. I have been dead hungover. Like, where I'm not gonna move, where I'm pretty much dead, or should be. I've been hungover for up to 5 days, and my eyes were full of blood. This was that Halloween party where I was taking bottle shots of mezcal.
Ooh.
And about halfway through, my shot got crunchy.
Ooh.
And when I tipped the bottle down, there was no worm left in it. So yeah, I've been there, but I've always been able to be accessed. But also, I was a kid. I was a dumbass kid. I actually think I was like 19 at the time, too. Like, I wasn't even 21 yet.
Mm-hmm.
And 19 or 20 when that happened. Do I prefer being accessed while highly intoxicated? I prefer being accessed, and I prefer being highly intoxicated. As far as I'm concerned, like Reese's peanut butter cups, they are two great tastes that taste great together. But I mean, that's just a me thing. I just like that when that happens to me.
Great taste. More filling.
Yes,
I
please.
did not eat that one, love.
I'm pressing play before we go any further.
Everyone who works for him is like, boss, what do we do?
That's like the kid who used to raise their hand and ask where the homework was.
I wonder if it was more like, my boss isn't here. We get to wake him up with a battering ram.
Patel is suing the Atlantic for $250 million for defamation.
Is it millions?
Implying that Patel once actually thought he was famous.
Yeah, where do you get that number from? Where's the 250 million?
It's a number you come up with when you're pretty hammered.
Yeah.
$200 million.
All right, your next quote is from Scientific American, describing the winner of a half marathon last weekend.
Long legs like elite runners, and a liquid circulation system adapted from smartphones.
That
Robot?
runner beat all the competition and broke the half marathon world record, making it the first ever what to do that?
Robot?
Robot. Yes, good job.
They needed this.
This year, a humanoid robot
how
beat
much
all
Coke
the
is safe
humans at
after,
Beijing's E-Town Half Marathon. Many people run half
See, they
marathons for
laughed
the
at it,
feeling
too.
of joy and accomplishment. So, of course, some scientists were like, but what if you could do it without that and faster?
I'm unimpressed.
Oh, yeah?
We already have so many robots that are faster than people. We just don't make them race us. I flew here in an airplane. That would win a half marathon instantaneously.
I just want to know if the robot also pees and poops down its leg. It runs.
Do you think the robot can't stop telling other robots that
That
it
it
just
ran
ran a
a
half marathon?
All right. So you know what humans have that robots don't, that is specifically built for long distance running?
No.
Specifically.
A butt.
More than that. Butt hair. Our butt hair is a specific type of hair that is only grown in the crack for specifically reducing chafage while we run, because we developed the big cleft butt for long distance running.
You know, this question is the entire reason why they didn't have Peter Sagal on this episode.
It really is.
As
It
he
really
remembered.
is. Yep. And he would be all over it. And when we talk about this, I am reminded of the one quote from NPR. I believe it was NPR. From Wait, Don't Tell Me, or that was like, that sold me on eventually getting a bidet. You don't wipe peanut butter out of a carpet with a paper towel.
You know, I finally realized why that song goes the way it does. Because it's very surprising. But damn!
No.
I'm abiding by your wishes, Kat. I'm not going to do the next line.
Look, I've got a lady that I've got to sit with later today, so there's just a certain point where I'm going to be like, Nickelmas Tuesday has arrived and I am leaving.
My nipples are bleeding. Well, for the past several years, Beijing has been hosting the humanoid robot half marathon. Last year, the winning time was 2 hours and 40 minutes. This year, it was 50 minutes.
Oh my God.
Ooh. Yeah. Next year, it will murder all the humans at the starting line.
Who are the humans that are signing up to get smoked by these robots? It's embarrassing.
Well, I saw it. I know radio, it's not a visual medium. But you should know, he looked goofy.
Yeah. It is important to say.
It is important to say that if you win and you look like that, you are a loser.
Yeah.
But for the first time when they put that silver blanket on them, it actually made sense.
Mommy? Are you my mommy?
All right, here's your last quote.
I saw the $20 White Claw, and I thought, wow, I'm really glad I pre-gamed.
That was someone telling the Wall Street Journal that, like many adults, they're saving money by doing what at home?
Drinking.
Pre-gaming?
Drinking. Did you?
Cooking. She said
you said
cooking.
cooking?
Yeah.
Drinking. Yeah. You're right.
Let her cook. Let her cook.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're now drinking at home before they go out. This is why I drink home before I go out, right? Because of the economy.
Right.
Right?
Honey, I'm being financially sound right now.
I'm not doing shots because your friends are annoying. Pre-gaming, as it's called, a thing you already knew if you're cool, is common among college.
Peanut Gallery said when they asked who's signing up to run against these robots, people practicing for the takeover and making sure they can run fast enough for survival. Very valid point.
College students, but now more and more actual adults are doing it. For example, a single cocktail at a musical in New York can cost $36. Look, just stay home. I'll tell you the ending. Hamilton dies.
For $36, you got to let me sing a little bit.
Right?
We're doing karaoke now.
If you're serious about saving money, you pre-game at home, and you only go to the bar to throw up in their bathroom.
They started with $20 White Claw. If you're telling me there's a $20 White Claw on offer, that better be the claw of an endangered species.
Yeah, this claw.
Bill, how did Blanca do?
Blanca got them all right. She was perfect.
Kat says, for the record, the poll ended with Nickelmas Tuesday getting 80% of the vote. Woo! And Peanut Gallery said, get drunk enough and anything's a musical. I agree.
Perfect.
All right. Good job, Blanca.
And you get me drunk enough and I think I sound wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks for playing and enjoy the video games.
Will do. Thank you.
Right now, panel, it's time for you to answer some questions about this week's news. Katie, an electric car company in China has secured a patent for a technology that will transform the passenger seat into what at the touch of a button?
Ooh.
Ejection seat?
Two good answers it could be here.
Bed?
Do I go toilet or do I go bed? A question Cash Patel asks often.
Something tells me he multitasks.
Something tells me they are one and the same to him. Let's say bed, Tom. No. Do you want me to say toilet?
Okay, toilet. Good job.
Wow.
Not only the touch of a button either, it's also voice activated. Just say the words "start up toilet function," which is great because that's what I always say when I gotta go. Excuse me, fellas. Start up toilet function.
Now this is the
What was that?
I did not get that one. I was sticking with bed.
Yeah. There are... How do I say this? There are technicalities involved in how this would work that really confuse me.
Honestly,
do you just drive around with no clothes on your bottom half, like with your pants down or your skirt up, just, waiting to need to go to the bathroom? Or do you turn it into a toilet, pull over, stop the car, get out, go around and use the toilet? In which case, what happens to your passenger as it's converting to toilet mode? And then, of course, what happens to the waste?
That's the only one that I don't have that much of a question, because I imagine it would be probably much like the old railway systems, wherein when you flush at speed going down the road, it hits the road.
Well, yeah, but then don't you run the risk of making a slick behind you? Do you have to pay a subscription to ensure it won't backflush while you are driving? Oh my god.
Oh no.
I mean, if it were American made, there'd be a subscription for that.
Right?
It was Tesla specifically, yeah.
Yeah. And if it was Tesla, it also wouldn't work.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait. But if you don't backflush, they have a special... If you don't pay the subscription, they call it by a special feature.
What's that?
Fox News.
Ha!
The passenger seat?
The passenger seat.
So someone else is in the car with you.
I'm picturing the whole family. It's really advanced. The toilet is stored beneath the passenger seat and slides out on rails when you need it. Also, this is true, an exhaust fan immediately deploys, which is rude but fair.
Was it It's a Wonderful Life where the dance floor opened up and the pool was under
Yes.
it?
Right?
Yeah. This is just like that.
This would be called It's a Terrible Life.
Sorry, Grandma.
Okay, yes, and cars make sense. It makes sense that they'd be playing this right now. Yep.
Wait, don't tell me.
Hi, this is Aiden.
Were you gonna say something?
Nope.
No.
No. Okay. I should have tried to skip that immediately because that will probably get a copyright claim on YouTube.
Yeah.
Most of the Sunday shows have that little yellow triangle with the exclamation point and the copyright claim because of the interstitial music used.
Yeah.
I think I've even got, was it last week's or the week before, where we're not allowed to be played in certain countries because some of the interstitial music is that copyrighted.
Ooh.
I've happened
Achievement
on
unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is third time that's happened to me. Early on in my YouTube career, I videoed a field rave called Omega Massive. This was back in 2011 or 2012. And it wasn't that massive, but it was a lot of fun. And some of the DJs, one of the DJs spun a song that was not allowed in certain territories and countries, not allowed to be played. But my channel didn't seem to get hurt by it, so I left it up. And then the next time it happened was when I was doing, I believe it's the live mix of the live sort of remix attempt. I'm going to say attempt. I'm not of the Dope Ash song. Oh God, now I can't remember what song it was. But I put bits of Fire by Scooter in there. And Fire by Scooter, the song Fire by the band Scooter, is not allowed to be used in, maybe it's Denmark or Germany? I can't remember. But I looked at it specifically and I was like, oh, interesting. That's not allowed there. So then 2 weeks ago, I got my third one where it's like, okay, and this isn't allowed in these countries. And I didn't even bother looking at what, like, I noticed which bit of interstitial it was, but I didn't bother looking at where it wasn't allowed. It's like, okay. Obviously, these are not copyright strikes because I've got 3 of them and I'm not shut down. So I don't get in that much trouble for it. A lot of what it means is that the owners of the copyright get probably most of whatever revenue would be created by these videos if they were monetized.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I'm pretty sure with the excessive amount of pre-rolls that I smoke, they wouldn't be monetized. Like, almost all of my videos will probably be not monetized. If I ever even hit monetizable status. I am over 3/4 of the way to the proper number of subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But I am nowhere close to the number of public watch hours needed to go monetary on YouTube.
Understandable.
Yeah. I would like to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, even if I never hit verified. You know, because I don't have the watch time or whatever. I'd still like to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube just to have that, you know. I'm also okay if it doesn't happen. It's, we've sort of pivoted over to Twitch being our format, our platform and our format. And YouTube is a lot about storage, So, I am okay if we do not, if we don't break 1,000 on YouTube, if we don't hit monetizable on YouTube. All right, back to it.
Calling from Philadelphia.
Hi, Aiden. Welcome to the game. What do you do there in Philadelphia?
So I do stained glass restoration, and I also teach glass blowing, and I'm an artist assistant.
Wow. Impressive.
Really cool.
Do people often tell you you're a real glass act?
Oh.
No, I'm not. No.
Doesn't hang out with enough cool dads. Aiden, are you still there?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Okay. She's there. That was just the sound of my joke bombing. All right, it's nice to have you with us, Aiden. You're going to play our game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. What's the topic, Bill?
Now hiring.
If you're looking for a new job, stop right now because we have a doozy for you. This week, we heard about a once-in-a-lifetime job opening. Our panelists are going to tell you about it. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win our prize, the waiter of your choice on your voicemail. Ready to play?
Yep.
All right. The excitement is profound.
Palpable.
First up, it's Josh Gondelman.
Are you a veterinary technician or sommelier with heavy gambling debts and very little dignity? Well, Spot and Tango, a dog food company, has just the job for you. To test their new line of breath mints for dogs, the corporation is looking for an animal lover with a keen sense of smell to serve as a dog breath sniffer. As dog breath sniffer, you'll get up close to canines in dog parks across New York City. You simply ask a stranger if you can smell the inside of their dog's mouth, and then once you wipe the pepper spray out of your eyes, you get to work. Sure, it doesn't sound like a great gig, but at least it's a job that AI won't replace.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the compensation is listed as up to $1,000 an hour. In this economy, that might be enough cash to get someone to sniff both ends of a dog.
That's Dog Breath Sniffer from Josh Gondelman. Your next job post comes from Katie Nolan.
Dating apps have made it difficult to find love, but one app is making a bold move to help. Plenty of Fish has announced they are currently hiring for a unique position, dating co-pilot. According to their website, this hourly worker would be available to help singles looking for love in a number of ways. Perhaps you're a young woman who's watched too much true crime. Your co-pilot will arrive at your date first and make sure this guy isn't a serial killer, and then seamlessly hand the date off to you. Surely he'll understand. The most expensive option, Copilot Premium, attends your entire date incognito, all the while discreetly monitoring the situation for any issues. Have a huge piece of lettuce stuck in your teeth? Your co-pilot will stand just out of your date's line of sight, gesticulating wildly towards their own teeth while waving a piece of lettuce. Crisis averted. Plenty of Fish says they've already begun piloting the program at popular date night spots around town, like the Cheesecake Factory on Temple Street downtown, as well as the Cheesecake Factory near University Plaza.
That is way too plausible.
That's Dating Co-Pilot from Katie Nolan, and your last employment opportunity comes from Shantira Jackson.
In Nashville, Tennessee, spring and summer wedding season is underway, and many brides and grooms are adding something special to their special day. Besides picking the venue and sending out invitations, people are worried that even if everything is planned perfectly, somebody might ruin the vibe. Enter Fun Guy Insurance. a business that will send one person to your wedding to make sure none of your guests ruin your big day. Did your maid of honor deliver a speech that was mostly about her? Don't worry, your fun guy will deliver a speech that blends humor and heart, fixing
You're going
everything.
with C?
They will also be the first person on the dance floor, and
Did you
will
hear
teach your
about
grandmas
this?
how to cha-cha slide.
No.
You can add extras to your fun guy insurance, including, but not limited to, stopping your weird uncle from drinking too much. Making sure the DJ doesn't play any R. Kelly, even though your aunt keeps on asking them to do that.
I'm going
And
B.
most importantly, being able to do the worm at any moment. And if you're on your second wedding, don't worry, they will never send the same guy twice.
Okay.
Wasn't that an SNL skit? Oh, dude.
Called Wedding
I don't know, dude.
Crashers.
Wedding
It
Crashers?
was called Wedding Crashers.
Oh my god. Alright. I'll go B. Do you guys have reasons for what you're going with?
I'm pretty sure A is actually a job. It's just the fact that they don't send you out in the public. It's all done in labs. No pun intended, but thoroughly appreciated.
For me, it was the sigh that she had right before she started reading that story of I can't believe I'm saying this on the air.
Which to you says she didn't write this, she was handed this.
Yeah.
Okay. B is the most plausible.
So you're basing yours on psychology?
Yes. Entirely.
So, what was the response when the civic planner wanted to put a town square in? It's plausible.
I'm sorry, what was the punchline again?
It's plausible.
Ah, okay. I heard possible, so it didn't make sense. Plausible makes a lot more sense. I appreciate
Let
it.
me write that one down. Actually, no. I think I've got that one memorized. Let me write it down anyway.
Those things I got you a spray bottle.
You know, a spray bottle wouldn't stop me. I just it people think I tell jokes for other people's amusement. I don't. I tell jokes because at heart, I really am a sadist. And your pain amuses me.
Hey, Aiden. So you have Dog Breath Sniffer from Josh Gondelman. You've got a dating co-pilot from Katie Nolan. And a person to keep the vibes good at your wedding from Shantira Jackson. Which of these is the real story we found in the week's news?
So I really want to say the dating app, but I think it's probably the wedding fun guy.
Wedding fun guy. Okay. To find out the correct answer, we talked to someone who knows all about the real story.
what we're trying to do is create a role that's almost a sommelier, but for dog breath. Oh my God.
This was the first time that I've ever been on the show and was given the real story and was like, there's no way.
I would never.
No, that was a hard one, Aiden. But thank you so much for playing with us today. We'll see you next time.
So, would your spray bottle be filled with balm water? Oh, that smell. No, I can't.
And now
No,
the game
it
we call
No.
Not My Job. Father James Martin was many things before becoming a Jesuit priest, including a busboy, a dishwasher, and a bank teller. And he's become many things since, including a New York Times best-selling author and the editor-at-large of America magazine. By the end of this, we'll see if he can add public radio game show winner to his resume. Father James Martin, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
My pleasure.
So nice to have you. I watch you all the time. I've seen you on Colbert and on Instagram, and it's really nice to meet you and talk about your new book. It's called Work in Progress, Confessions of a Busboy, Dishwasher, Caddy, Usher, Factory Worker, Bank Teller, Corporate Tool, and Priest. What haven't you done?
I have not been a dog breath sommelier.
There, you know.
So your book is all about your past summer job, starting off when you were a child. Which job made you believe in God the least?
A dog breath sommelier.
I was the world's worst caddy at a golf course outside of Philadelphia, and I was stuck in the middle of a lightning storm. And my golfer told me to stay there with the bag of clubs under a tree. And I realized that I was standing under a tree in the middle of an electrical storm holding a bag of lightning rods.
But you have a real nice way of giving perspective. When looking back, these weren't really just dumb jobs. You did learn something along the way.
Yeah, not to
I
stand
learned a lot
beneath
about
a tree
hard
with
work, first of all, but also
during
being
a lightning
kind to
storm.
people. Because when you're humiliated as a busboy or a dishwasher or a caddy, you learn how not to humiliate people. It was as effective as a year's worth of homilies on being kind.
Yeah, I was a busboy, and they are mean to you when you were a busboy. I was probably 15 years old, and a guy was really mean to me, and I wasn't really as poised as you were, and when he demanded that I give him rolls, I may have licked one or two. I wouldn't do that now, Father, but back then...
So you are confessing.
I was going to say, that's 3 Hail Marys.
That's right. I absolve you 40 years later.
Thank you. Now, you made a playlist to accompany your book, and it has everything from Afternoon Delight to Rock Lobster on it. Do you actually make the playlist yourself? And more importantly, what do you consider an afternoon delight?
Good question.
As I say in my book, it was a mark of some distinction if at age 15 in the summer of 1976 you knew what an afternoon delight was. So we consider ourselves very cool. That playlist actually is from the book, and in each chapter I mention a song or two that was popular during the summer. And I tell people this is not the playlist that I would look back and say, these are the songs that I like now from that time period. These are the songs that I actually listen to, so including Afternoon Delight. But, my taste, I would say, develop a little bit more as I get older.
I'm Catholic, and I travel around the country as a comedian all the time, and I go into all of these churches when I'm on tour. I try and fit it in on Saturday before the show or before I fly back on a Sunday, and I really have noticed in the last couple of years these churches all around the country are filling up. There's a lot more activity. It seems like from the early days to now, it seems like there are a lot more people going to church. Do you find that true? And do you think having an American Pope has anything to do with that?
I'd say a little of it. People have been thinking about this, people who entered the church, for maybe a longer time than he's been Pope. But he's certainly given people, a real shot in the arm. And it is really...
I think it's the dumpster fire of a time in which we're living in that's making people look to religion.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the dumpster fire of the certain what are they called? Certain sects of the extreme Protestant right that are driving people away from those more Puritan and Protestant beliefs and closer towards either a more non-denominationalist sort of Protestant. I don't know if non-denominationalist is quite what I want. Closer to the nicer Protestants, or driving them to the Catholics who are now, nice-ish. I mean, it's not that the Catholic Church doesn't have its problems. Oh boy, does it. But they aren't calling for the extermination of sections of the public anymore. So, yeah, I think it's the dumpster fire of times in which we live. That's what I think is driving people into the church.
Something to listen to the Vicar of Christ speak in flawless Chicago English.
Yeah.
Did you know Pope Leo before he became Pope?
I did a little bit. I was at a meeting called the Synod of Bishops, and I happened to be, we were at the same table, and he's wonderful. He really is wonderful. I mean, I don't have to tell a Chicago audience that. He's kind and smart and reserved and prayerful. I'll tell you a funny story. I was helping out ABC News during the conclave, and I was so excited because I knew him. It's amazing to see someone dressed up like the Pope coming out on that balcony.
Yeah. And dressed up like the Pope?
That is Halloween in Chicago.
I went back to the Jesuit community I was staying in, the Jesuit headquarters, and I was so excited, and I said, I can't believe that he was at my table. And they said, no, Jim, you were at his.
So, do you get the Pope's phone number?
No comment.
Wow. It's so beautiful the way you speak of him. It's such a good recommendation. Part of me was hoping you're like, that guy? It's a real piece of garbage, that Pope.
One of my favorite lines was among the Italians, it was not exactly a huge surprise, but he was kind of on the second tier of guys who were being considered. One of the Italians said that he was the least American of the Americans.
That is high praise.
Which was a compliment.
Yeah. That is high praise.
Well, Father James, we've asked you here to play a game we're calling...
Don't take confession, take these concessions.
That's right. We're going to ask you 3 questions about stadium concessions. The food...
it's funny, I actually have my PhD in stadium concessions.
The HD stands for hot dog.
This is all the food that you can get at sporting events.
Oh my God.
If you answer 2 out of 3 correctly...
Were you going to say something?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Okay.
And you'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the waiter of their choice, on their voicemail. Bill, who is Father James Martin playing for?
Lauren Joyce of Chicago, Illinois.
All right, here's your first question. There's no concession more classic than Cracker Jack, But in 2012, a new product called Cracker Jacked Power Bites was not well received. Parents didn't like that the product contained what? A, twice as many peanuts.
Math.
B, as much caffeine as a cup of coffee. C, venison.
B.
I'm going to say the parents were upset because it was B.
You're
B,
right.
you're right.
Okay.
They were loaded with caffeine. You know, for when you're like, man, I feel sluggish today. I need a bag of Cracker Jacks.
Sounds
All
like my
right,
kind of
here's your
Cracker
next
Jacks.
question. Many attention-grabbing concessions are only sold at one particular concession stand, which is why a reporter overheard a woman at Yankee Stadium telling her friend what? A, start on the upper deck, don't come back without pokey. B, somewhere here, there's tiramisu in little hats. We have to find it. Or C, keep checking Insta until they post the nacho drop.
I'm going to say B just
B?
because I can hear someone in New York saying that.
You're right, B.
You know, today I walked into a store with my Phillies hat on. I'm from Philadelphia. And someone said, hey, you...
The way the Catholic Church has attracted farmers to their flock is they opened up the new cornfessionals.
Me to serve you with that on?
And then
you feel like you're in a movie sometimes in New York.
And then you show him the collar and he's like, I'm sorry, what do you want?
That's exactly right. And I want it for free, too.
The Lord give it.
All right, you're doing great. Here's your last question. The most unbelievable concession we found is sold at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Atlanta Falcons, where you can get what? A, actual falcon wings with buffalo or barbecue sauce. B, a regulation-size football helmet containing 1 scoop of ice cream for each of the 32 NFL teams. C, a beer that's only $5.
I'm going to
Oh my
say
God.
A is probably illegal.
Probably.
B is repulsive. So I'll say C.
That's right, C.
Really?
Yeah.
A beer for actually $5.
And a $2 hot dog. Bill, how did Father James do on our quiz?
Is there any other answer but perfect?
Nice.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna drink again, but dang, if I don't want to go and try a $2 dog and a $5 beer, like that sounds gastrophilia to me.
Mm-hmm.
They probably make up for it in the total ticket price.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
But
Definitely.
those prices are very much on the order of Costco is running the concession stand and they have said no.
Right. I mean that does have the Costco flavor to it, but you know what? That's okay. I bet you it's fine. Right. Like I bet you the food is actually all right. But getting it there, getting it at the location for that price in that moment, like, oh, that was about that joke. Okay. But yeah, that would be the thing. That would be the gastrophilia experience.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to drink. And yeah, not really a winner, but you had to share. Yeah, I get it. It's a little corny.
Congratulations, Father. Father James Martin is a New York Times bestselling author and Jesuit priest. His new book, Work in Progress, is available now. Father James Martin, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
My pleasure. Thank
In just a minute, Bill's going to cut the umbilical cord on our brand new limericks. It's our Listener Limerick Challenge. If you'd like to play, give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. But right now, panel, some more questions for you from this week's news. Josh, Amazon drone delivery has started in some parts of the country, and some people are surprised by the fact that the drone drops off the package. How?
Like with a thud?
Kind of.
Can I have a hint, please?
The first thing you should order is an airbag to put in your yard.
Oh, it just drops them out of the sky?
Yes, from a height of 10 feet.
10 feet?
Oh. Yes. Apparently, Amazon is very concerned with their drone.
What had you said?
I said, oh.
Oh, I thought you said something before that.
I was wondering if they're just driving the drone into the side of the house.
Package is here.
Bumping into people, so they stay clear, remaining 10 feet up in the air as they release your package above your cement driveway. Customers can enjoy the spectacle as they think, I really shouldn't have asked for a 1-hour delivery on those martini glasses.
10 feet is also like more than enough. I feel like you could get a little bit closer unless you're exclusively delivering to basketball players.
Yeah, it's more than enough, but somehow it seems less than what my real Amazon driver is doing with my package. When I catch him on my Ring camera, just hauling it from the van.
Just going paperboy style.
Shantira, this week, a court upheld the conviction of a man who had illegally accessed and leaked Ruth Bader Ginsburg's medical records. He said he was innocent, that he accessed the records by accident, and he blamed who?
Barack Obama. Can I have a little clue?
Sure, I'll give you a hint.
ChatGPT.
More like
Claude?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh, a cat.
That's right. He says he accessed RBG's records accidentally when his cat walked across his keyboard. He was a contractor who had access to the hospital system where RBG was being treated, and an investigation found he had illegally searched for her records and downloaded them. But he says no. While he was in the system, his cat walked across his keyboard and randomly typed Ginsburg. Wow. Just a week after it walked across his keyboard and accidentally Googled free MILF videos.
The thing is, if he would have told me a dog did it, I wouldn't believe him. But a cat, I believe it.
They've got more of an agenda. They're clever.
Absolutely. They are the internet. Cats and Beyonce. That's it.
This excuse is so bold, but it's the kind of excuse you can try when the head of the FBI is probably drunk. You have a good shot. Yeah. Josh, on Monday, 2 cruise ships finally ended their beautiful scenic trip through where?
Was it the Strait of Hormuz?
Yes, you're right. The Strait of Hormuz.
Wow.
What? 2 enormous German cruise ships got routed through the Strait of Hormuz during the war in Iran. Just goes to show you, when someone says, I got us a great deal on a cruise, ask some follow-up questions. How embarrassing when someone asks how you died and the answer is, he got hit by a missile while going down a water slide.
That actually sounds amazing. That is how I would like to die.
Take me that way.
It's a dinner and a show.
This doesn't sound to me any worse than like your typical cruise ship experience.
Yeah.
Right.
It's either Strait of Hormuz or like norovirus.
Coming up, it's lightning fill in the blank. But first, it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can see us most weeks here at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago and catch us on the road. We'll be in Austin, Texas at the Bass Concert Hall on June 4th. For tickets and more information for all our live events, go to nprpresents.org. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Maeve from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hi, Maeve. How's Cleveland these days? I love Cleveland.
I do too.
Really, I feel very neutral about it. And I say
I think most people who live in Cleveland feel pretty neutral about it.
I guess it's a lot more fun when you have a ticket on the way out.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Maeve. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with the last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly on 2 limericks, you are a winner. You ready?
Yep.
All right, here you go.
When you socially wish to advance, if things smell, don't just widen your stance. They won't shrink as you're told. Fading's better than mold. It is time to start washing your...
Please don't tell me the answer is pants.
You're right.
It is.
No.
Wow. Pants. The Washington Post did a deep dive on pant cleanliness, and despite popular belief, you actually do need to wash pants. Who are the people treating pants like a cast iron skillet? No, man, if you wash them, you'll lose the hard-earned seasonings of Subway seat and crotch.
I was going to say, unfortunately, it is my fiance who who thinks you're not supposed to wash your pants. And I learned that when he first laid them on the bench at the end of our bed. And I was like, why don't you just fold them up and put them? And he said, because I keep them loaded.
Like a potato?
He keeps his wallet and his chapstick and and the belt on it, and then he just puts them on the next day. So I said yes.
I got that ring finger loaded.
Sounds like a dream. Well, here's your next limerick.
Swimming upstream is hard to explain. We find happy dust helps with the strain. We hyped Swedish
Cocaine?
salmon can really start slamming. We swim really fast on
Cocaine.
No kidding, you swim fast on
Cocaine.
cocaine.
Yes. Research shows cocaine
ask
will make
Ash
salmon
Patel.
swim a lot more. According to a
Hold
group
on.
of scientists who I
Hold
assume
on.
were caught with a big...
Time out. Coke salmon.
They're just trying to get to the poodle room.
There was a recent study done about...
Don't we have enough Coke animals?
There was a
we
recent
not have
study
enough?
done about the trace drugs that are found in waters, especially waters that get run off from major cities. And they were studying the effects.
You know what I miss?
What?
I miss the Prozac bass. That's what I miss. I miss the early aughts, the late 90s, when everybody was on Prozac and it was in the water, and every time I'd catch a fish, I'd feel a bit better.
Right? Anyway.
I do not need stimmies from my fish.
Oh, it gets both better and worse at the same time.
Okay.
Because this is runoff from cities. While there were traces of cocaine, what was actually making the fish swim faster was whatever it breaks down to chemical wise in the human system and then comes out in the sewer system, which actually makes them swim a lot faster than straight cocaine.
I mean, I think it basically breaks down to methamphetamine. 'Cause I think that's the basis for most stimulants. It's sort of like most opiates turn into morphine in your liver. It's just the amount of morphine it turns into.
Mm-hmm. I do not remember the word specifically that they used.
Okay, but yeah, okay.
But I do remember that while they were doing their testing and they're figuring out on what happens and why and trying to monitor levels of these various chemicals in the water in this area, they were trying regular cocaine and they were trying the breakdown of it, and they were doing this via time release patches on the fish with trackers so they could see how far and how fast the fish were swimming after getting their patches.
Dude, not cool.
And they were time release patches because they wanted to make sure the fish were getting a specific dose, not just getting everything all at once.
They wanted to make sure they were getting a steady stream.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Don't we also have Coke dolphins in the mix? Like Coke shark, Coke bear, Coke dolphin.
No, I think they're meth
squirrel.
dolphins.
Oh, it's meth dolphins. Meth dolphins and meth squirrels. Coke bear, Coke shark, Coke
Although
salmon.
the dolphins, it really could be anything considering they catch puffer fish and throw them around so they can get high anyway.
I mean, that is true. Let's not. Yeah, nah, dolphins are as tweakery as humans, apparently.
Yes, they are.
I'm just saying. Oh, Coke hippos.
Yes, we got the
At least we
Coke
don't have
hippos.
meth hippos.
I think if they were meth hippos, there would have been less of them because they would have managed to flatten each other.
Also, I think meth hippos are called donkeys.
All right, next limerick before we totally spiral.
Oh, we've already spiraled. Stop giving cocaine to animals. Stop. Not nice.
Pile of blow in their lab and said, "This? No, this is salmon's cocaine."
We're just storing it here.
I think if you give anything cocaine, it will swim very fast.
Yeah.
You
Again,
did not
just
have to
ask
waste
Cat
research dollars to find that out.
They're just like, we're going to fight that bear. Today we're going to fight that bear.
Come on, go down.
All right, here's your last limerick.
With my Lego scam, I'm banking oodles. I replace pricey toys with cheap foodles. I sell back my phony, uncooked macaroni. Because
Noodles.
Legos sound just like dried
Noodles.
Yes.
3 in a row.
Nice job.
What do we do?
Noodles.
3 in a row.
A man in Irvine, California was arrested for a scam where he bought Lego.
What was that?
This guy's been found to do this across multiple states.
Oh, dude. Dude, that makes it a federal crime. That makes it federal fraud.
Oh, and you know how much a decent, Lego set costs.
Yes, I do. That's why
Oh
I'm
wait, so
saving
he's running
them.
for office? Federal fraud?
Well,
Oh dear God, he might end up in charge of the who is it? The Federal Trade Commission.
yeah, that would be
Consumer Protection Bureau.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course, nowadays it's the
man.
consumer protection racket.
Yeah, right? All right, we'll get back to the show.
Bought Lego sets from Target, removed the pieces, filled the boxes with dried pasta, and returned them. Then he sold the Lego pieces online. The man netted $35,000 in the scheme, but police eventually tracked him down and arrested him at his house in California, where he was found surrounded by stolen Legos. And he would have gotten away, too, if the cops had only been barefoot.
Karen, flush the Legos. The cops are coming. Flush the Legos.
Flush them, Karen. Bill, how did Maeve do?
Maeve, you can thank the father. He got 3 right, 2. Perfect.
Great job. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you for playing. We'll see you in Cleveland.
See you there.
Now on to our final game, Lightning Fill in the Blank. Each of our players will have 60 seconds in which to answer as many fill-in-the-blank questions as they can. Each correct answer is worth 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
Everybody has 2.
Whoa.
3 people.
Everybody's tied. All right, so I'm going to pick Josh to go first.
Okay.
The clock will start when I begin your first question. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, the White House said it has no timeline for ending the war with blank.
Iran.
Right. This week, the administration announced plans for a $500 million bailout of blank airlines.
Spirit Airlines.
Right. On Wednesday, experts warned that 1 in 5 Americans are being exposed to dangerous levels of nitrate in their blank.
Cold cuts?
Tap water. This week, police in Ohio are pretty sure they found the man behind an arson because when he showed up to his police interview, he had blank.
He had a lot of
Singed
matches.
eyebrows?
Singed eyebrows.
Oh, but he was Wile E. Coyote.
On Thursday, the 2026 NFL blank started in Pittsburgh.
Finally, a way up. Draft.
Yes, the NFL draft. After filing an insurance claim saying a bear tore their luxury cars to shreds, 2 men in California were denied any money because blank.
They were going wild off that salmon, if you know what I mean.
Because the bear was very clearly one of the guys wearing a bear costume. The duo recorded themselves fake mauling a Rolls Royce and 2 Mercedes Benzes in a bear suit they definitely got off the clearance rack at Spirit Halloween. Their scam was quickly uncovered and they were charged with insurance fraud and sentenced to 180 days in jail, a $50,000 fine, and they have to wrestle a real bear. Bill, how did Josh do?
Bad.
No, you're in the lead.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
Got 3 right, 6 more points, total of 8. Congratulations.
All
Huge for me.
right.
Thank you, Belle.
Katie, you're next. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, Senate Republicans approved a budget that would fund blank without Democratic support.
Department of Homeland
ICE?
Security.
Yes. This week, the CDC blocked the publication of research showing the efficacy of the blank vaccine.
COVID?
Right.
COVID.
On Wednesday, a federal appeals court ruled that Texas could require schools to display the blank in classrooms. The 10 Commandments.
No!
In what some New Yorkers are calling a curse, the Mets went on a 12 games losing streak after blank.
After losing 12 games in a row. After Mom Donnie met Mr. and Mrs. Met.
That's right. On Monday, The Onion reached a new deal to take over Alex Jones's blank.
InfoWars.
InfoWars.
Right. On Thursday, images of the new blankable iPhone leaked.
Bendable.
Right. This week, a man in Singapore who was arrested for selling a...
God, I am glad it is bendable, because the kinds
There was another
of
word
things...
that you popped into your head at that one?
Yup. And I was going, man, people just put it in anything. This shows what happens when you get a new CEO.
Yep.
Was arrested for selling a fake Rolex for $90,000, was shocked to discover blank.
It was a real Rolex?
It was real.
That's right. The watch. Wow. The watch wasn't fake. It was real and worth $120,000.
Oh.
Even though the fake watch turned out to be real, the man was still arrested because he was intending to commit a crime. So to be clear, if you're ever in Singapore, don't say, man, I could kill for a drink right now. Or you'll be looking at 15 to life for attempted murder. Bill, how did Katie do?
Katie got 6 right. 12 more points. Her 14 gives her the lead. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nice, Katie. So, Bill, how many does Shantira need to win?
6 to tie, 7 to win.
All right, everybody, let's just have fun.
Okay, this is for the game. According to several new surveys, blank's approval rating is less than 35%.
Trump.
That's right. After over a decade as CEO, Tim Cook announced he was leaving blank.
Apple.
Right. This week, the Department of Homeland Security warned that it would soon run out of money to pay airport blank agents.
TSA?
TSA?
Yes. On Thursday, shareholders approved Warner Brothers' merger with blank.
Paramount.
Right. On Thursday, the White House announced it was reclassifying medical blank.
Marijuana.
Right. This week, police in Ohio who rushed to a 91-year-old woman's house after she failed to respond to a wellness check found her blanking.
In the basement
Playing
gaming.
Game Theft Auto.
Playing video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car theft,
After she failed to respond to the police department's automated welfare check, police knocked on the woman's door, and when she didn't answer, they went into the house where they found her playing games on her phone. The police officer can be heard sighing while telling dispatch she's okay, she's in her room playing video games. Honestly, not sure how I would feel if someone sighed because they learned I was still alive. Bill, did Shantira do well enough to win?
She did very well. 6 right, 12 more points, and 14 means she's a co-champion with Katie.
Great job. Now, panel, what will robots do next? Shantira Jackson.
We're going to do the jobs that don't actually need to be done. CEOs.
Katie Nolan.
I think robots are next, unfortunately, going to beat us at war.
Josh Gondelman.
A robot will dance the robot with such precision and artistry that people will paradoxically think it is a human.
Well, if any of that happens, panel, we'll ask you about it on Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Josh Gondelman, Shantira Jackson, and Katie Nolan. And thanks to all of you for listening. I'm Tom Papa, and we'll see you next week.
This is NPR.
Live from NPR News in Washington.
Well, all right. There we go. That's what I'm trying to do. And the scores for today's game are Cat with 30, and Peanut Gallery and I tied for first place with 36. Actually, better score than I thought I would get this week.
So made up for it in the bonus round.
Yeah?
Yeah. There were, yeah. There were some in that bonus round. There were a few in the bonus round that I just couldn't quite get out fast enough. Couldn't quite get out of my head into my mouth fast enough, but... well, all right. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you guys for being here. Kat, Peanut Gallery, I appreciate it. This is the end of the show, obviously. Stick around for the raid because we are going to raid out to the Sunday No Pants raid train. Let's see who is currently doing that. That is DJ 506. Is that who is currently on? Of the Sunday No Pants raid train. Yes, we will be raiding out to DJ 506 of the Sunday No Pants raid train. So thank you everyone for being here. Stick around for the raid. Thank you, Darth Dragonis. Thank you, Lockpick. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. Thank you, Chris into 386. Thank you, Master Rasta 420. Thank you, all of you chatters, and much love to all of you lurkers. Thank you very much. And now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. We're out, y'all.
Limit the scope of the investigation or cover up any of its findings or just kind of hide its findings in a drawer someplace. What do you feel is his constitutional responsibility or your constitutional responsibility to say what you know if you feel information has been covered up? And I know you can't speak for Mueller, but maybe you have a sense of what his options would be. In the sense that I think there are people who are concerned that if the president tries to stop the investigation, what happens to all of the information that has been compiled?
Yeah, that's a good question and hard to answer in the abstract. Maybe I'll give you 2 answers. First, about Bob Mueller. Robert Mueller is an institutionalist who cares deeply about the institution, the rule of law, and the values at the heart of the Justice Department. And so he will do whatever he can within the law to make sure that those values are protected. Second, I don't see firing Rod Rosenstein or Robert Mueller, frankly, as effective. If the president's goal is to shut down an investigation, he would literally have to fire everyone in the Department of Justice and the FBI to accomplish that, and that's impossible because someone will replace those people and some agents will continue the work. And the good news for people about the institutions of the Department of Justice and the FBI is that they are ballast. They are incredibly difficult to change, and that's frustrating when you're a leader trying to change some aspect of the culture, but it's reassuring today. Those people do not care about partisan politics, and if 7 people are fired, the 8th person will